right side. About a 5-to-1 or a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio nearly. He's got 58 assists, just 14 turnovers on the season. Talking about Thornton, the point guard. He's got it right side. Pass to Mobley, deep three, straight away. It's good. Butler got a handout late, but Goose, he was 2 steps beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah, that was way out there, and why not shoot that, man? I'm glad to see that one go up for Ohio State. I don't think they'll make a bunch of those.
Here's Butler at the left elbow. Cross-court pass to Carr. Gives it off on the wing to Owe. Owe deep in that right corner, comes out front, gets into the lane off the Carr pick, feeds it to Carr on the pick and roll. His shot down low is blocked, but a foul called against Royal, and that's the first foul of the game.
Yeah, I think it's important for Kentucky also, man, to keep the ball moving, keep the bodies moving, to see just how good Ohio State is on defense.
Carr is at the line for 2 shots. 79% shooter, so he is pretty much in line with what his numbers were last season at Wake Forest as he hits it to get Kentucky on the board. Andrew Carr's got one more shot coming. It's up and no good. Ball's batted around. Owe taps it out to the corner. And it's lost out of bounds off his hand. He was battling for it over the corner with Mobley right in front of the Ohio State bench, and Owe ruled to have touched it last. It'll be Ohio State's ball. A little unusual not to see one of these teams wearing the white jerseys, so It's the Buckeyes in red, Kentucky in blue as Thornton works it up, tracked by Butler. Thornton comes across midcourt, bounces it to his right to Stewart. Stewart goes across the circle, moving left, turns and bounces back to the right to Thornton. It's knocked away by Butler, but it's out of bounds off Lamont. It'll be Ohio State ball on the side, 16 on the shot clock.
Well, I thought for sure Lamont Butler made a great play defensively. I think it did hit Ohio State. We're a little far away from the floor.
Comes into Thornton, out deep on the right side. They've got the score wrong on the board. It's Kentucky trailing 3-1. Here's Thornton to the right elbow. It's knocked away by Butler, and the loose ball battled for by Butler, and he comes up with it. Throws it to Williams, who drives into front court. Pass ahead to Carr for a dunk to tie the game.
Boy, Amari Williams, man, he is so good. The 7-footer bringing the ball down the floor and pinpoint pass there. Keep it simple.
Starts with the hustle play by Butler. He got it to Williams, and Williams gets the assist for the dunk by Carr. Mobley down the lane, kicks it off to Parrish, out to Thornton, left corner, Mobley, a 3, no good out of that left corner, and Butler grabs the rebound, and he is fouled from behind by Stewart, his first, second on the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he had both hands around Lamont, trying to get the ball from him. There's Aaron Bradshaw.
Aaron Bradshaw making his first appearance for the Buckeyes since the 19th of November. A 7-footer who was a Wildcat last season. Here comes Butler into front court. Bradshaw's guarding Amari Williams. They feed it into Williams, about 15 feet out on the right side. Throws it back out to Butler. Butler to Williams on the pick and roll. Kicks it left side to Owe. Owe comes into the circle, goes down the lane. Right-hand runner off the glass is no good, and it's rebounded by the Buckeyes. Came out to Thornton, and he drives it into front court. Thornton, top of the circle. Trying to get a look at a 3, but Carr's challenge kept that from happening. Parrish right side, back to Thornton, left of the circle. Thornton at the top, goes down the lane. Right-hand floater won't go, and it's rebounded by Kentucky's Jackson Robinson. He's doing a nice job this season on the defensive glass. They get it to Butler deep in the left corner. Hits Carr on the pick and roll. Carr under the basket. Bounce pass out in the right corner to Robinson. Slides left for a 3. Good, and the Cats have their first lead.
Boy, that's the kind of ball movement and body movement I'm talking about right there, Tom. 3 cuts on that one possession for Kentucky leads to the 3-point shot.
And instead of forcing up a shot, Carr gets it out to a teammate who creates an open 3. Here's Mobley straight away for 3. No good. The long rebound claimed by the Buckeyes. Parrish has it on the right side. Hooks it over his shoulder across to Thornton on the left wing. Thornton feeds Bradshaw on the pick and roll. Gets in deep and scores. Nicely executed play by the Buckeyes, and Aaron Bradshaw cuts the Kentucky lead to 1 at 6-5. Butler out deep on the right side for the Cats. To Williams at the top. Bounce pass to Butler in the backdoor cut for a dunk.
Boy, they worked on that a lot, Tom. They must have spent 10 minutes, 15 minutes in practice 2 days ago on that backdoor cut.
Pretty pass from Williams. His second assist, 8-5. Kentucky with the lead. Here's Thornton down the right side of the lane. Goes under the basket, gives it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw double-teamed right under the hoop. Leans out and scores it.
Yeah,
2 straight baskets for Bradshaw.
2 straight baskets for Aaron. I'm glad to see him having some productive minutes.
8-7. Kentucky with the lead. And Robinson comes off a pick and airballs a 3 from the top. So it'll be Ohio State's ball when we come back. 15:36 left in the opening quarter. It's Kentucky 8 and Ohio State 7 on the UK Sports Network.
BBN Game Day. It's your weekly look inside UK athletics. Saturdays at 9 a.m. on LEX 18 and stations across the state. Check ukathletics.com/UK Sports Network for stations and times in your area. BBN Game Day.
Happy holidays from the Kentucky Lottery. Add some cheer to your holiday season with our festive holiday scratch-offs. Treat your Christmas list to the chance to win up to $500,000. Don't forget to get some for yourself, too. Purchase at any Kentucky Lottery retailer for your chance to win today. Visit kylottery.com for more details. Please gift responsibly, Kentucky.
Hey, Wildcat fans! Little Caesars, the home of hot and ready pizza, invites you to try our world-famous Crazy Bread with crazy sauce, Caesar wings, Italian cheese bread, and our new cookie dough brownie dessert. At Little Caesars, we begin each day with dough made fresh from scratch, fresh, never frozen cheese, and the tastiest toppings. Little Caesars is also a proud partner of UK Athletics and an enthusiastic member of Big Blue Nation. So go Cats!
Pizza, pizza.
BBN Game Day. It's your weekly look inside UK athletics. Saturdays at 9 a.m. on LEX 18 and stations across the state. Check ukathletics.com/UK Sports Network for stations and times in your area. BBN Game Day.
And the Goose, Jack Evans, back at Madison Square Garden in New York at the CBS Sports Classic. Kentucky has jumped out in front of Ohio State. A score of 8-7, thanks to some really nice passing. Goose, Amari Williams with a couple of assists that created baskets, dunks for Carr and Butler, and then Carr was underneath the basket, but instead of taking a contested shot, he got it out to Robinson, who made a 3.
Yeah, it's really nice to see teams like Kentucky when they work on something in practice. As much as they worked on the cuts and the ball movement and the body movement, it's good to see the guys executing that. It just shows 2 things. Number one, that the coaching staff has studied the video, studied the film, and they know what a certain team does. But for the players, they're buying in to that scouting report. So good to see that.
Cody Feger, who came and joined Mark Pope's staff from BYU, has been with Mark quite a while, so he knows this offensive system as well as anybody, maybe except Coach Pope. And Cody was quoted in Ben Roberts' story in the Lexington Herald-Leader as saying that we get the quote here, we're nowhere close to where we can be offensively. What are the growth areas that you see?
And number one, I think there's a big growth opportunity just getting to know each other better, Tom. I mean, that's the first thing. But as long as and repetition is always big also. Both of those will come with time.
Kobe Brea, Brandon Garrison have checked in for the Cats. Ohio State with the basketball, down 1. Down the lane, Parrish on the drive. And it's stripped away and goes out of bounds to the Buckeyes as Brea got a hand on the attempted shot by Parrish. Pretty good defense there by Kobe.
Yes, good movement of his feet. Kept his body on the player.
Cats defend the inbound play, so they get it to Bradshaw in the left corner. He dribbles out front, hands it off to Parrish. Parrish takes it down to the baseline, cut off by Brea. Will pull up and shoot over him, and he missed it. But, oh no, Kentucky did come up with a rebound. I thought Ohio State was going to get it. Garrison wrestled it away from Bradshaw. Butler tried to get into the lane, but he almost slipped and fell. Gathers himself, and he's got the ball out on the right side now. Back to Carr down the lane, lays it up and in as it rolls around and drops, and he got fouled.
Yeah, just that ball movement. I know I'm talking about that a lot, but I'm only talking about it a lot because of how much they worked on it in practice over the last 2 days. And they must have seen something in Ohio State's defense that pointed out to them that just keep moving the ball, keep your body moving.
Chance at a 3-point play for Bradshaw. Or for Carr. The foul was on Bradshaw. Carr hits the free throw. He has 6. And Kentucky's lead is 4 at 11-7. Thornton on the point for Ohio State. Guarded closely by Butler. Thornton works his way down the lane, and they call a foul on Butler. Those two were bumping body to body going down the lane, and Butler picks up the first foul on Kentucky, and that'll get a couple of substitutions in for the Wildcats. Ortega Owe is going to replace Robinson, and Travis Perry, the freshman from Lyon County, checks in, and he'll play the point now as Butler gets a breather.
Yeah, that's going to be a good matchup. Those point guards for both teams, very effective.
They put Owe on Thornton, the Ohio State point guard. Perry's guarding Mobley, the three-point specialist who has the ball straight away. They double Mobley as he tries to come off a screen. Mobley's got it back on the right side. Goes by Carr, dishes it off for a dunk, and then a foul against Kentucky as Stewart tracked the dribbler to the basket, and Mobley made a pretty pass across the lane, and Stewart gets the dunk. The foul is on Andrew Carr, his first, Kentucky's second.
A little miscommunication by the Kentucky defense that time. That's the first time they have been caught in a switch, and you had a quicker player on Andrew Carr, so he was able to get the step, and that step led to the pass.
Stewart's free throw is good to complete the three-point play for Ohio State, and Kentucky's lead is cut to 1 at 11-10. Perry comes into front court, gives it up to Garrison, passes to his right to Carr. Carr, cross-court pass to Brea. Brea out beyond the arc on the left side, double team, spins, passes to Carr. Carr dribbles right, hands it to Perry. Perry passes to his right to Owe. Owe out beyond the arc on the right side. Drives baseline into 2 defenders, and his shot's blocked, and Ohio State's got it. Some contact there, but they let it go. Buckeyes coming down the left side. It's Mobley, and he's double-teamed, and Owe trying to shoot in and come up with a steal. Instead commits a foul, his first and the third on Kentucky.
Not sure why he's not on the free throw line on the other end. Looked like a lot of contact as he took the ball to the basket on the other end, but didn't get it.
Quez Glover, 6-foot, fifth-year player, checking in for Ohio State. He did not play against Valpo on Tuesday because of an injury. Andrew Carr goes out. Ansley Almanor checking in for the Cats. 11-10, Kentucky leads it, 14:05 left first half.
Well, it'd be nice to get Ansley involved offensively.
Glover running the point now, hands it off to Mobley. Mobley out at the midcourt circle. Bounces it over to Mahaffey. Mahaffey, the top of the key, backs out, goes down to his right, backing in against Perry. Pass to Glover, hits a jumper off the right baseline from about 15 feet out, and Ohio State retakes the lead at 12-11. Travis Perry out deep on the right side, cross court to Brea, step beyond the three-point line. Back over to Almanor. He hands it to his right to Perry. To the top it comes to Garrison. Garrison looking for the backdoor cut to Owe. It's not there. Hands it to Brea. Slides left, shoots a three, and it rims out. No good. And the rebound is controlled by Ohio State, and Glover sprints up into front court. Glover throws it ahead to Mahaffey. Comes into the lane and scoops it up and in with his left hand. The Buckeyes on a 7-0 run. They lead it 14-11. Here's Owe coming into the lane. Splits 2 defenders, flips up a shot, and draws a foul. Shot didn't go, but 2 shots coming for Ortega Owe. So that is the 4th foul on Ohio State. It's whistled against Glover. That's his first.
This game just thus far has come down to rebounding the basketball. The team that has gotten the rebound, especially on the defensive end of the floor, has had advantages going the other way.
Owe looking for his first point. Free throw good. And for the Wildcats, Jackson Robinson coming back in. Travis Perry will go out. Now Robinson will run the point. Thornton back in. So Ohio State now has 2 point guards together, Thornton and Glover. One more shot for Owe. It's good. 14-13, the Buckeyes lead the Wildcats as we go into 13 minutes to play here in the first half in New York. Thornton now deep on the left side. Owe guarding him. Thornton comes to the top. Brea has him on a switch. Thornton goes right, gets into the lane, to the rim, puts it up and in. He was able to blow by Brea and get right to the rim.
Way too easy that time.
First points of the day for the Ohio State point guard, Bruce Thornton. 16-13 Buckeyes. Here's Brea at the top. Slides left, open three, good. Ties the game at 16 with a deep three.
Not sure if they were coming in for Brea or not, but that might give him a couple more minutes.
16-16 with 12-14 to play in the first half. Second three for Kentucky. Here's Thornton straight away. Sliding over left, Garrison jumps out on him on a switch. Cross-court pass comes to Glover, back to Thornton. Thornton a step beyond the three-point line. Drives it on Garrison, passes right to Glover. Glover goes down to the right side, pump fake, goes up with an 18-footer that's no good. Rebound snatched by Almanor. Kentucky trying to run it. Owe down the right side. Gives it back to the trailer Almanor, dumps it to Garrison at the high post. Pass to his right to Owe. Owe curls to the right elbow, gives it back to Garrison. Garrison, right of the lane, backing in against Parrish. Hits Almanor coming down the lane, and a whistle and a foul on Ohio State. Nice cut by Almanor to get a shot at the basket. Didn't get to finish it.
Another example, Tom, of what rebounding the basketball does. Gets you the advantage going the other way.
Fouls on Parrish. His first. Team fifth. There's a timeout on the floor. 11:36 left to play here in the opening half. It's a 16-16 tie at Madison Square Garden on the UK Sports Network.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Your weekend freebie is Kroger brand coffee. Just use your digital coupon Saturday or Sunday. Minimum purchase required. See coupon for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Arts Rental has the best selection of equipment, whether it's skid steers, excavators, aerial lifts, generators, heaters, saws, pumps, and more. Whatever you need, Arts Rental has it. Plus, Arts delivers. With an in-house fleet of over 100 delivery trucks, Arts Rental makes sure you get the equipment you need, when you need it, fast. Stay in the game with Arts Rental and get the job done right. Work smart. Rent from Arts Rental Equipment. Visit artsrental.com today. That's artsrental.com.
It's the Battle of Ohio. Art Butte.
Touchdown pass number 5 for Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow and his big bad Bengals fight for their playoff lives when they line up against the Browns.
Touchdown Bengals.
In October, the Orange and Black beat the Brownies.
Picked off. The Bengals have it.
Will they triumph in victory again and keep their postseason dreams alive?
Coffin nails.
Bam, bam, bam. Find out when you get the call from Dangerous Dan Ord and Mighty Dave Lapham. Coverage begins tomorrow morning at 9 on ESPN 1530, the official home of the Bengals.
16-16 time before Kentucky and Ohio State here at the Garden. 11:36 left first half. Cats are 5 of 10 from the field with 2 threes. Ohio State only 1 of 3 from the three-point line, but they're 7 of 12 overall, 58%. Goose, one thing that the Buckeyes do well is keep teams out of transition. Only one opponent has scored in double figures on fast break points against Ohio State. Kentucky had 24 fast break points last Saturday against Louisville, only 2 so far today.
Yeah, that's another reason why I said rebounding the basketball is going to be really, really important. I think the 2 points that Kentucky got on fast break points might have come off of a turnover that that led to a basket. So that was the reason for that. But when you rebound the ball, man, you give yourself opportunities. Ohio State, pretty good rebounding team.
Looks like another blowout brewing in the college football playoff. Midway through the third quarter, Texas is clobbering Clemson 31-10. Penn State beat SMU earlier today 38-10. Tennessee and Ohio State still to come, and that one will be in Columbus. And so that's probably why there's not a whole lot of red-clad Buckeye fans here at the Garden.
Yeah, I would think so. And, Ohio State was, the fans were a little bit concerned with how many tickets Tennessee was buying up.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be a lot of orange in that stadium also.
Almanor's free throw is no good, and that's a rare miss for him. He was a 91% shooter before that miss.
Yeah, it's little things for him right now going to be important. He's not been able to get it going offensively. Those free throws could be big.
He's from Spring Valley, New York, so he grew up near here. Hits the second one, and Kentucky retakes the lead on the Almanor free throw at 17-16. Robinson, Almanor, Brea, Williams, and Butler on the floor for Kentucky. Ohio State's got the basketball. Stewart at the top. Gives it to his left to Parrish. Parrish, bounce feed down low to Royal. And the shot is put up and in. Stewart got the pass from Royal and caught it in the lane and scored it. And Ohio State back in front, 18-17.
Travel. Nope.
Whistle at the other end, and it looks like a foul against Ohio State is going to be the call.
Yeah, the pace of this game, Tom, is really what Ohio State was hoping for. Kentucky has not been able to get up and down the floor like Kentucky likes to do.
Comes into Robinson in the right corner. Quick 18-footer. Good from in that right corner. 19-18. Kentucky back in front on the jumper by Jackson Robinson.
How nice is that catch and shoot, man?
That last foul was on Royal. Ohio State's leading scorer now has 2. 6 overall on the Buckeyes. Parrish straight away for Ohio State. Backs out between the circles. Gives it to his left to Thornton. Here comes the Go Big Blue chant. Thornton takes it down the left side. Pull up 12-footer. Comes off no good. Rebound by Amari Williams. Outlet to Butler. Kentucky trying to run with it. Butler slows up as he comes into front court. Gives it to Williams. Williams walking to his left. Wanted to hand it to Brea. Couldn't. Tried to hand it to Butler. Couldn't. Cross-court pass to Almanor. He gives it to Robinson. Over to Williams. Williams drives down the left side of the lane, leans into his man, and draws the foul. He got the step on Sean Stewart, and he sees the advantage to get into Stewart's body. And even though he couldn't finish the shot, he'll get 2 free throws. That's 2 on Stewart, 7 on Ohio State.
Yeah, he kind of welcomed the contact as he was taking the ball down the basket. He really, down the lane, he really was looking for someone to pass the ball to, but nobody opened up on the perimeter, so made the right decision there.
19-18 Kentucky, and Amari Williams at the line for 2 shots. The left-hander missed it off the back of the iron. For Ohio State, Aaron Bradshaw coming back in. Also, John Mobley, the outstanding three-point shooter. And here comes Andrew Carr up off the Kentucky bench as Williams gets set for his second shot.
I think it's important for Kentucky to understand that as long as you let Bradshaw run free, he's going to make good things happen. But if you get a little bit physical with him.
No good, but a lane violation on Ohio State. I think it may have been Bradshaw.
The ref told him, said, stay back. He's trying to get a position to screen out, and he said, just stay in your spot, and he stepped in anyway.
Almanor out, Carr in for Kentucky. So a second chance for Amari Williams. And it missed another one. 0 for 3.
3 there.
Ohio State's got it. Down 1. So we come down to the midway point of this first half. Thornton guarded by Butler as he walks it over to the left side. Comes back to the top. Brea switches off on him. Thornton goes left. Passes to Parrish. Parrish out deep on the left side. Across to Bradshaw straight away. Bradshaw tried to hand it to Mobley. Able to pass it to him. 18-footer. Good. Inside the arc, but nice shot by the freshman John Mobley. His second bucket puts Ohio State back in front, 20-19.
Kentucky has not been as sharp defensively.
Butler in the circle over to Carr on his right. Carr hands it to Brea. Brea takes it down the right sideline. Step back 3 off the wing, and no good. Ohio State's defender may have gotten a piece of that one. Buckeyes have it coming the other way. Mobley works his way down to the elbow. Step back 18-footer. Rims out. No good. Went down in, popped out into the hands of Amari Williams. Kentucky on the run, but Ohio State is back. Williams straight away between the circles. Goes right, now comes back to his left hand. Throws it to Butler on a backdoor cut. Butler fires it out to the wing to Robinson for a 3. No good. And the rebound to Williams. Williams along the left baseline gets in deep and goes up and scores. Coach Diebler is hot on the Ohio State side. He thought Williams pushed off to get that rebound. He may have a case, but it's Kentucky's lead, 21-20.
I kept listening for the whistle. I just couldn't hear it this far from the floor. It never came.
First bucket for Amari Williams. Cats by one. Thornton now deep on the left. Hits Parrish curling into the lane. Parrish tries to get it to Bradshaw. It's deflected by Williams into the hands of Butler. Butler drives down the lane, goes for the bucket, gets tied up, and it's a jump ball call. Thornton got his hand on top of the basketball and avoided the foul with a good defensive play. And on the alternating possession, it'll go Ohio State's direction.
Yeah, that was a good play defensively.
Yeah,
Lamont Butler tried to clear out some space.
Oway, Garrison, and Chandler check in for Kentucky.
With his upper body, tried as he always does and does so well, just could not get in position to get the shot up.
8:30 left first half. It's 21-20. Kentucky leading Ohio State. Buckeyes with the ball. Mobley, left side, comes back to the middle. Chandler picks him up on a switch. Mobley goes left off the screen, lobs it up for Bradshaw, makes the catch down along the right baseline, but he got bumped off course a little bit. Turns with a fall-away 10-footer. That's nice. Good. That's 6 points off the bench for Bradshaw.
Nice. As I mentioned, if you let him run freely, he's going to be effective.
22-21 Ohio State. Here's Carr right at the circle. Turns down a three to give it to Chandler.
Surprised he's not taking those three opportunities.
Out to Garrison. Gives it to his left to Oway. Oway back over to Carr. He'll let a three go. No good off the wing. And it's rebounded by Bradshaw for Ohio State.
Still glad to see him put that one up.
Thornton, top of the key. Straight away. In and out. Rebounded by Garrison. Kentucky coming the other way. Butler up the middle of the floor. Goes to his right. Cut off. Gives it to the trailer Garrison. Garrison looking for Oway cutting through the lane. And the ball is deflected as he tried to bounce it to him. And that will get us, it was kicked. That'll get us to immediate timeout. 7:32 left to play here in the opening half. In New York, it's Ohio State 22 at Kentucky 21 on the UK Sports Network. Right corner, three ball, got it!
Tune into the UK Healthcare Mark Pope Show on the UK Sports Network. Join the voice of the Wildcats, Tom Leach, and head coach Mark Pope as they take questions from the Big Blue Nation.
Another three, got it! My goodness!
Join them at 6 p.m. every Monday night throughout the entire basketball season.
It's jammed it in on the putback.
Check your local listings for the UK Sports Network affiliate in your area.
Finished it with a left hand off the glass.
Whoa, Dave. Before you use that post hole digger, where's your gas line? And where's your wallet? Because you hit a gas line and it's going to cost you. Not to mention that it's also very dangerous. Okay, now, where's your phone? Good. Call 811 before you dig. One call, and you'll know where to dig every time. So call 811. No problems, no accident, no fines. Oh, and it's the law.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
BB and Game Day all season long. The show airs Saturday mornings at 9 on WLEX in Lexington. Check UKathletics.com/UK Sports Network for the TV affiliates and the times in your area. If you're outside the state, you can watch on UKathletics.com/videos or on the Facebook page for the Kentucky Wildcats. When Auburn annihilated this Ohio State team a week ago, one of the things they did, Goose, was own the paint. They blocked 13 shots in that game. Kentucky doesn't have a block yet, and Ohio State has made 9 of 14 inside the three-point line, and overall they're shooting 56% from the field. Kentucky 47%.
They're running a lot of screens, and Kentucky has been kind of off balance on defense and switching and mismatches, and they just haven't been able to get caught up defensively yet.
Our game tonight is presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics. Gonzaga is the only team this season to shoot a higher percentage than Kentucky in a matchup. And Ohio State has the advantage in that category so far tonight. A lot of Kentucky fans in the house, not a lot of Buckeye fans, but Ohio State has the lead, and as you said, Goose, has kind of controlled the tempo. It's played at their pace right now,
Yes.
so that keeps this crowd out of it.
Yes, crowd has not had an opportunity to get into it.
Oway on the right baseline, plays it into Carr. Carr, about 15 feet out of that right baseline, has the ball knocked away. He dives out, comes up with it, and then they move in to tie him up. And on the alternating possession, it'll be Kentucky's ball. Good defense, though, by Ohio State. They're being very physical with the Wildcats, as teams have been of late. And that time a little bump knocked the ball loose from Carr.
Well, and teams are going to continue to be that way against Kentucky. And I think Kentucky's done a good job of handling the physicality. I don't think it's been a problem. It's just thrown them off balance a little bit.
Lamont Butler out deep on the right side. Hits Oway straight away. Oway works his way into the circle, down the lane, gets to the rim, flips it up, won't go. Garrison taps it out into the hands of Chandler. Over to Butler for a three, and the shot clock went off. Before Butler could get the shot away, it'll be Ohio State basketball on the Kentucky turnover. Glover, White, Bradshaw didn't play Tuesday against Valpo. Michi Johnson, transfer from South Carolina, has taken a leave of absence from this Ohio State team. He was their fourth leading scorer. Here's Parrish driving it down to the right baseline, trying to back his way in against Chandler. Turns, and Chandler strips it away and steals it as Parrish was about to rise up and shoot over him. Nice play by the freshman.
Good job of being physical. You talk about physical. Chandler stayed right there with it.
Yes, he did. Carr feeds Garrison at the left elbow. He hands it to Chandler. Chandler driving, baseline left, cut off, pivots, bounces it out to Carr. Shot clock at 10. Carr comes into the circle and loses the ball, and a steal by Parrish. Parrish driving the other way, dunks it for Ohio State. Buckeyes by 3, 24-21. Here's Butler on the right side. Gets to the elbow, backs out beyond the three-point line. Now he spins away, drives on Thornton, gets into the lane, missed the shot, and he's called for an offensive foul. Second on the Kentucky point guard with 6:14 to play in the half. That's 4 on the Wildcats as a team.
Just some pretty good half-court defense by Ohio State.
Yes.
It's a half-court game, and they're simply doing a better job of running their offense. And on the other end, they're doing a better job of defending in that half-court.
Glover back in, Parrish out. And Austin Parks, 6'10 sophomore, in at the 5 spot for the Buckeyes, his first appearance. Thornton's got it straight away, guarded by Oway. Comes off the pick from Parks, but he can't turn the corner. Passes to Mobley between the circles. Jab step by Mobley. Crossover dribble. Goes to his right now. Can't get a shot off. Got it back straight away. Long three. No good. Robinson goes into a crowd to grab the rebound. It's knocked loose, but Carr there to pick it up for Kentucky. Ahead to Robinson, who jogs up into front court, but Ohio State is back defensively. 5:35 to play in the half. 24-21, Ohio State leading Kentucky. Robinson, top of the circle, goes to his right, goes down the lane, fires it over to the left corner. Carr wide open, missed a three, rebounded by Ohio State. Thornton comes up into front court. Thornton goes down the right side of the lane, underneath the basket, circles around and comes back out to the high post. Trying to shoot over Garrison, but thinks better of it, throws it out deep to Glover. Glover taking it down the right side of the lane, flips up a shot that goes in over the outstretched hand of Carr as Glover was able to get it up high off the glass.
Like I say, they're just executing their half-court offense a much, much better rate than Kentucky.
Oway, 15-footer, left corner.
Tough
no
shot.
good.
Tough shot.
Rebounded by Ohio State. Not much ball movement there for Kentucky. Glover comes up into front court for the Buckeyes. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Yeah, but they're running their stuff. I mean, it's a half-court affair right now.
Mobley standing just outside the midcourt circle. Goes to his left, now comes back to his right hand, gets down the lane, dishes it off for a dunk coming in off the left baseline by Mahaffey. Timeout Kentucky with 4:26 to play. Ohio State has run off 8 unanswered points, and the Wildcats find themselves down 28-21 with 4:26 to play here on the UK Sports Network.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on Kroger brand bone and hickory smoked spiral ham. Just 89 cents a pound with your card and additional $25 purchase. Limit 2. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Still waiting for holiday gifts to arrive? Don't sweat it. Skyline has your back. Visit your favorite neighborhood Skyline and stock up on Skyline gift cards. They make great last-minute gifts. And now through Christmas Eve, you'll get a free $5 gift certificate when you buy $30 in Skyline gift cards. Use it for a return visit to the same restaurant after the first of the year. Only at participating Skyline restaurants. See store for details. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Wow, how old is your furnace?
Like 20 years and working just fine. It's great. I'm saving so much money not having to get a new heating and cooling system.
That's a myth. A heating and cooling system that old costs you more money in repairs and energy, not to mention causing unwanted frustration. You should really invest in a new high-efficiency Tempstar system from the pros at Baker Heating and Cooling. Call Baker at 513-831-5124. Baker Heating and Cooling and Tempstar. Quality you can feel.
Mo Egger, Monday at 3 on ESPN 1530.
We're at Madison Square Garden at the U.S. Bank broadcast table. Put your trust in a bank that's been focused on serving the people and businesses in Kentucky and all across the country since 1863. Cats have cooled off. They're down to 39% now, just 2 of 8 at the three-point line. And Ohio State at 59%, even though just 1 of 5 on threes. They're doing a really good job, as you said, Goose, of just executing their half-court offense and getting easy shots.
And I said coming into this game, Kentucky could not afford to take any steps backwards on the defensive end, because that would mean a lot to the Ohio State team, who has a lot of questions about themselves, but Kentucky has been a step slow defensively.
We talk Kentucky basketball Monday nights on the UK Healthcare Mark Pope Show. That's followed by Bluegrass Hearing Clinic Kenny Brooks Show. And then Clark's Pump and Shop BBN Radio. Coach Brooks' show hasn't started yet. I think the first edition will be coming up on December the 30th as his team got a win over Belmont yesterday at historic Memorial Coliseum. Make sure you're with us Monday night starting at 6 right here on the UK Sports Network. It'll be our last bit of programming on the network before the Christmas break. The Wildcats, after this game, will get a chance for the players to, many of them, go home, be with their families for a couple of days. And sometimes, Goose, that can bring about some unexpected performances. Maybe you're not always as sharp as you would like to be, and we'll see if Kentucky can kind of break out of whatever little funk they're in, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think it's always good to get a couple days off this time of the year and get some quality time with your family and everything, but Kentucky has a lot of business to take care of before that happens, and figuring things out here in this game, another reason why you didn't want to see Lamont Butler get his second foul.
So Robinson's running the point now. He's out there with Garrison, Brea, Carr, and Owe. Carr hits Robinson, curling into the lane. Can't get the shot. Turns, throws it back out to Carr. Carr to Robinson. 3-ball, no good. And a foul underneath against Ohio State as Parks put a hip into Owe, who was coming in to try to grab the offensive rebound. And for Parks, that is his first, 8th on the Buckeyes. So Kentucky with a chance to get points at the free throw line as the Wildcats have gone over 5 minutes without scoring.
Yeah, I'd still like that foul, though, by Ohio State, because you stand physical with Kentucky and you're making them think about it every time they go to the basket.
Parks out. Mahaffey back in at the 5 spot. Free throw good for Owe, and he'll get the bonus for Kentucky. Here comes Amari Williams replacing Brandon Garrison. 4:08 left to play in the first half. Almanor coming back in for Kentucky. Ansley will replace Carr. Kentucky needs somebody to give them a spark. They've got 3 of their best three-point shooters out there in Brea, Robinson, and Almanor.
Yeah, Almanor is the one who can...
Free throw rolls in.
He's one who could get them going. I mean, if he could just find a way to get open, teams are so concerned with him. They're just not letting him find an open spot.
28-23 Ohio State with the lead, and the Mahaffey out deep on the right side gives it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw bounces it over to Glover out deep on the left. Glover a step beyond the three-point line. Bounce feed into Mahaffey. At 15 feet on the left side out to Bradshaw. He'll shoot a three and hit it.
Wow.
Bradshaw was 1 for 9 on threes before that one. He's got 9 big first half points off the bench, and Ohio State's lead is 8.
Boy, unexpected lift right there.
31-23 Buckeyes. Almanor right at the circle. Hands it off to Brea. He'll shoot a three. Rims out. No good. Rebound. Wade turns. Missed it, but he got fouled. Turned to his right hand, but tried to put that back up with his left hand and did draw the foul against Ohio State. It's on Glover. That's his second. 2 shots for Wade. At the line, 4 for 4 tonight.
Well, he saw the defense coming over, and that's why he switched it over to his left hand. I think if he shot that one with his right, turning into the defense, might have gotten blocked.
And he wouldn't have got the foul call.
That's
so
right.
Nice move. Free throw. Owe is perfect. He's at 76% coming into this game. He scored all 5 of his points at the free throw line. Glover out with those 2 fouls. Thornton back in for Ohio State. 31-24. The Buckeyes with the lead.
Well, you just kind of want a game to be tied or a 2-point game one way or the other at the end of this half, and that's going to take a little bit of a run for Kentucky to get there.
Owe hits 2. Ohio State with a 6-point lead. 3:15 to play in the half. Thornton between the circles, straight away. Gets into the lane with a right-hand runner. Good. Owe caught him on a switch, but Thornton got a half step, and he scores his second basket, 33-25. Ohio State scoring a lot of points from about 5 feet and in. Here's Owe into the lane. Tries to feed it down low to Williams, and he loses the ball out of bounds. Actually, it was knocked away by an Ohio State player, but it's off Kentucky. And
They called a foul, I think, on Amari.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, Amari. There was some body contact there, and
5 on Kentucky and 1 on Williams. Almanor and Owe go out. Chandler and Carr come in.
Hey, you got to give Bradshaw the benefit of the doubt in that one, because Bradshaw has outplayed our bigs to this point.
Thornton works it to the left in a double team. He splits it, gets it to Mahaffey in the lane, slides left with a left-hand scoop shot that rattles and stays in.
And wouldn't you know, that one would go.
10-point lead for the Buckeyes, 35-25. 2:30 to play here in the opening half. Amari Williams at the top. Passes to his left to Carr. Carr working his way into the paint. About 10 feet out. Goes to his right.
Very physical,
pivots,
man.
Can't get a shot. Throws it out to Chandler. Chandler slides right. Goes all the way underneath the basket, but he can't get a shot. Dribbles it all the way out to the left corner. Throws it out front to Brea. Just 3 on the shot clock. Here's Carr. Shoots up a contested 3.
And he got fouled.
And they get the foul call against Bradshaw, who came out to contest the 3 that Carr was just throwing up a prayer, and a big break for Kentucky there. And what Bradshaw did, Goose, he didn't hold his hand up. He reached it out.
Yeah, and give Carr a little credit, because he gave him a slight pump fake, which got Bradshaw off balance, and he fell. It kind of came into Carr. But, boy, that's one of those fouls. If I'm coaching, boy, I am all over the officials, because that one never should have been called if I'm coaching, in my mind.
Free throw rattles and stays for Carr, his 7th point. He's 3 of 4 at the line. Kentucky's doing most of its scoring at the free throw line. They haven't made a basket since the 9-10 mark.
Part of that is because Lamont Butler is sitting on the bench with 2 fouls, and the offense is just not smooth.
Bradshaw, after committing that foul, goes out. Parks back in. Andrew Carr trying to go 3 for 3 and cut the lead to 7, and he does.
They got to get some stops.
Those have been few and far between. 35-28 Ohio State. 2 minutes to play in the half. Thornton comes across the line, picked up by Chandler. Now Chandler will back off. Thornton's a good 3-point shooter, 49%. Hasn't made one yet today, though. He's got it between the circles. Gets to the right elbow. Cut off. Cross-court pass to Parrish. Parrish out beyond the arc. Bounces it to Parks. 5 to shoot. Parks goes down to the baseline. Hits Parrish cutting down the lane. He loses the ball, but it's touched last by a Wildcat. Out of bounds to Ohio State. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Ohio State will inbound the ball on the left baseline.
Boy, you just cannot give up anything going towards the basket here.
Brea got a hand in to knock that ball away when it looked like it could be a layup coming for Ohio State. Thornton looks into the lane, can't find anybody. Out to Mobley, quick threes, no good. And it's rebounded by Kentucky's Jackson Robinson. Robinson comes up into front court, gives it to the trailer Williams. Williams works his way down the lane, throws it out to Robinson in the left corner. Robinson back to Williams. Hits Robinson on a backdoor cut, and he loses the ball as he went up for a shot. I think an Ohio State player got a hand on it. Nice defensive play. The Buckeyes have the ball. Thornton goes across the top of the circle, down the left side of the lane, switches over and goes through a reverse layup that's good. When he got challenged by Williams, he just slid under the basket and shot a reverse. 37-28 Ohio State.
Boy, you miss an easy one and give up an easy one on the other end.
Carr dribbles over to the right side of the lane, throws it out to Chandler. Chandler works his way down the sideline, double team, goes to Williams. Williams down the lane, jump stop, goes up and dunks it.
He dunked one. That is awesome to see.
Strong move, makes it 37-30 Ohio State with 40 seconds to play in the half. And the Buckeyes are going to take the timeout that they will lose if they don't use. With 37 seconds left to play, Ohio State will try to set up the strategy with 23 on the shot clock, and the Buckeyes in front 37-30. And when the Cats get into the locker room at halftime, going to have to find a way to make a defensive adjustment, Goose.
You know, I know it sounds pretty simple that you make the adjustment and you come out and you do it. But the fact is, and one of my Goose's givens for this game was that it was a given Kentucky has to come out and be aggressive defensively because you don't want to give Ohio State a chance to get their confidence. Now they have that confidence, so you're going to have some work cut out for you in the second half, man, because you have allowed them to do pretty much what they've wanted to do, everything they've wanted to do when they have the ball on the offensive end of the floor.
Bradshaw back in for Ohio State. He's given them a big boost off the bench with 9 points in this first half. Buckeyes will play it in on the near side of the court. Comes in to Thornton. He's guarded by Robinson. Thornton walks it over to the left side.
If you do force them to miss it, you must rebound this basketball.
Thornton walks it back to the middle of the floor. Shot clock at 10. At 8, Thornton starts moving forward. Floats over to his left. Drives on Carr. And goes to the right. Missed the shot, but a foul called against Kentucky. When they get the mismatch on the switch with a slower player by Kentucky guarding a faster Ohio State player, a big on a guard, Ohio State is just driving it every time.
Yeah, they are using the quickness, taking advantage of the mismatches, and, that's been the story the entire first half.
6 fouls on Kentucky, but it's 2 shots for Thornton, and the first one's good. His 7th point of the first half, 38-30.
Butler back into the game to run the offense for Kentucky here.
Not sure who that last foul was on. I thought it was Carver. They haven't changed it up on the board.
I think it was actually on Jackson Robinson. Is that what you said?
I thought Carr.
No, I think it was Robinson.
2 free throws, 39-30. Cats down by 9. They've got the ball. 12 seconds to play in the half. They get it to Williams, right of the lane. Williams fires it over to the left corner to Robinson. Robinson comes out to the wing. 3 seconds. Robinson steps back. A contested 3. Air ball. And that is how the first half will end. The CBS Sports Classic, Ohio State, bidding for the upset, has a 39-30 lead over Kentucky here at Madison Square Garden. This is the UK Sports Network.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, BBN, Coach Pope here. Our program's mentality is relentless 24/7 work. Total dedication every day. It's what it takes to raise banners. And it's what it takes to tackle the Commonwealth's biggest healthcare challenges. Big Blue determination. It's why UK Healthcare is the #1 hospital in Kentucky and the official healthcare partner of UK Athletics.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Halftime in the CBS Sports Classic, and Ohio State with a 39-30 lead over Kentucky, even though the Buckeyes' leading scorer has not scored a point. It is Devin Royal, who picked up 2 fouls early and sat the rest of the half. He averages 16 a game. He was scoreless in the first half, coming off a 31-point game against Valparaiso earlier this week. Didn't matter for the Buckeyes, as they've been able to shoot 63% in the first half and build up a 9-point lead. For Ohio State, here's how the scoring broke down. 8 points for Thornton, 5 each for Stewart and Mobley. Parrish 2, Royal scoreless. Off the bench, Bradshaw with 9, Mahaffey with 6, and Glover with 4. For the Wildcats, Andrew Carr leads them with 9, 6 for Oway, 5 for Jackson Robinson, Williams with 4, 3 for Brea, 2 for Butler, 1 for Almanor. Goose Kentucky did not score a field goal in the final 9-10 of the first half. And obviously you talked about some defensive breakdowns. So what's it going to take to get back on track?
Tom, as I revisit my keys to the game, number one, I thought it was going to be really, really important for Kentucky to get off to a good start here. Well, that one didn't happen. I thought it was going to be important for Kentucky to rebound the basketball and get on the fast break, get some transition points. Kentucky got 2. They got those 2 off of a turnover, so that didn't happen. And I said no backward steps on the defensive end of the floor was going to be, it's a given. You can't give a team like this any confidence at all. Kentucky did that by not being as sharp defensively as they have been. So all of the things I thought Kentucky needed to do, they've done none of them. So I'm going to stay with those things. Get off to a good start here in the second half. Get back in the game and get back in right now. Rebound the basketball and get some transition baskets. And then get your defense where it has been over the course of this season. That's what they must do to win this thing.
63% shooting in the first half for Ohio State, but just 2 of 7 threes. Kentucky only 2 of 11 at the three-point line, and they were 8 of 23 overall, 35%. 8 lead changes, 2 ties in that first half. The Buckeyes by 9 at the break. Ohio State 39 and Kentucky 30 here on the UK Sports Network.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Your weekend freebie is Kroger brand coffee. Just use your digital coupon Saturday or Sunday. Minimum purchase required. See coupon for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The following are Real Stockyards Bank employees and customers.
If I could think of one word or a phrase, I would think hardworking, honesty, loyalty.
It's one customer at a time.
That down-home feel, it's what makes us different.
The one-on-one service.
You're not just your checking.
We tend to look outside of the box.
Feel like I'm home.
Proudly serving our community since 1904. Visit SYB.com today and experience the Stockyards Bank difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whoa. Before you use that backhoe, where's the gas line? And where's your wallet? Because you hit a gas line and it's going to cost you. Not to mention that it's also very dangerous. Okay, now, where's your phone? Good. Call 811 before you dig. One call, and you'll know where to dig every time. So call 811. No problems, no accident, no fines. Oh, and it's the law.
Kevin Hart here to tell you to try my tequila Gran Cormino. I have 3 smooth 100% agave tequilas with sweet finish, an Añejo finish, and cognac barrels, a Cristalino, which is finished in red wine barrels, and my brand new Reposado with a sweet vanilla finish. Gran Cormino is a tequila made with hustle and heart. Get it? $1 from every bottle you buy supports small businesses in your community. Now get up and get out there and buy my Gran Cormino Tequila is made with 40% alcohol by volume. Jersey City, New Jersey.
Cincy 360, Monday at noon on ESPN 1530.
Halftime at Madison Square Garden in the CBS Sports Classic. It's Ohio State leading by 9. Kentucky very cold from the field, 8 of 23. Ohio State shooting 63%. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the UK Sports Network.
WCKY Cincinnati, the 50,000-watt home of the Cincinnati Bengals, ESPN 1530.
That's the situation in New York City. Time now to see what's going on around campus with UK at the half.
Yesterday, the University of Kentucky celebrated commencement at Rupp Arena. Jayla McCoy of Cleveland, Ohio, is just one of the more than 1,200 graduates who participated in the December commencement ceremonies.
I'm excited for the future. I feel like UK prepared me for the future. You know, I'm not afraid of what's to come. I'm definitely excited.
Jayla, who earned her Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering with a minor in Computer Science, is prepared partly because of the work experience she's had over the past few years as a student in the Karen and Stanley Pigman College of Engineering.
So I did do 5 internships / co-ops throughout my entire career. So I did 2 at GE Appliances, a 3rd one at Toyota, a 4th one at Northrop Grumman, and then my last one I did under Mechanical Engineering and Biomedical Research at Columbia University. I definitely cherish every single opportunity that I had. I feel like I learned skills from each one that I could take. Like every single time I did an internship, I brought something back to school.
She says all of that experience prepared her for what happens next.
Through my internships, you know, I went through conflict management experiences. I went through working with people who didn't look like me. I went through doing a lot of hands-on projects to talking to top executives and knowing how to present my work to a big group of people, doing Gemba walks around a factory plant environment. All of that has definitely prepared me for the real world, and I'm grateful for it so that when I get in the real world, I don't have such a huge culture shock that, you know, reflects on me. I feel like when I do start my full-time job in January, I'm ready. I'm very confident in the skills that I will bring to the table, and I'm very confident that where I go, it will go well and that I will bring good work to the company because of what I've been through. If I did not have those jobs, I feel like I would be a completely different woman than to who is standing before you today. So currently I do have 5 full-time job offers in different states and different industries. At the moment, I am thinking that I will be joining Toyota in Dallas, Texas, a part of their quality trainee program.
As Jayla heads into the next chapter of her life, she has a few takeaways for future Wildcats.
mistakes. It's okay to ask questions. There's nothing wrong with that. And especially like comparing that to being in the classroom. If you want to learn, if you want to get better at something, you need to be okay with failing and then learning from that. And that kind of goes to the second thing I learned, which was that it's okay to make mistakes.
For UK at the Half, I'm Amy Jones-Timoney.
Kentucky with just 8 field goals in the first half, but 12 free throws has them within single digits. It's 39-30 Ohio State at the half. We'll have more after this on the UK Sports Network.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
At CareSource, we get you. We get that you're working hard, but you still need to buy your own health insurance. We get that you want big benefits for a small budget. That's why we've made our Marketplace health plans so easy to afford. In fact, 4 out of 5 Marketplace customers